India's largest engineering company, L&T, will announce its succession plan in the month of April. Let's take it straight to Samir Hashmi, who's got all of the exclusive details regarding the same. Samir, start off by telling us who is likely to take over the mantle from A.M. Nayak, who's going to retire later this year.
Well, that's right, Awan. After the whole Tata succession plan, this is probably the most closely watched succession story that's been building up. Now, what we are picking up from sources is that the nomination panel, which has been interviewing candidates, has shortlisted 2 candidates, and the succession plan will be announced in April once the L&T board meets and gives approval to the whole plan. Now, sources are telling us that A.M. Nayak, who is the current executive chairman and MD of the company, will be elevated to the position of chairman emeritus. Ravi Uppal, who had joined the company a few years back from ABB, is one of the shortlisted candidates. In fact, sources are telling us is the front runner to take over as MD and CEO. He won't become the chairman, but he will take over as the MD and CEO. The other candidate in the race is also M.V. Kotwal. He's also someone who's been in this company for a long time, heads an important portfolio. So it's a race between these 2 people, that is Ravi Uppal and M.V. Kotwal, where we are picking up that it is going to be Uppal who's going to likely edge out Kotwal. Now, the nomination committee will be sending its recommendation formally to the board. The board will take up these issues in April and give a formal go-ahead. Now, if we talk about Uppal, remember when he joined, there was a lot of noise made at that point of time because he was an outsider at that point of time. Typically, L&T has people who have been serving on the board for a long time. But the reason why people are saying that Uppal will have an edge over Kotwal is because of 2 reasons. Number one, the kind of experience he brings on board. Remember, he was heading ABB Southeast Asia. He has worked in BHEL, and he's heading the power business, which is supposed to become the highest revenue generator for the engineering conglomerate in the years to come. So that's one big reason. And the second reason is his age. If you look at the age of these 2 candidates, Uppal is younger. He's 59 years old at this point of time, whereas Kotwal is around 63. And with the board now preferring a younger candidates, because remember, they have been infusing young blood on the board by appointing 2, 3 young guys on the board. They want a young leader in place who can lead the company in the next decade when the transformation happens under Nayak, because Nayak has been heading the company, which is into various segments for a long time. So they want to bring down this whole complex structure, have a clear structure in place with each vertical heading each company, Nayak at the top and Ravi Uppal being the MD and CEO. But obviously the formal announcement will be expected in April when the board takes a final decision on this.
Right. Samir, what are the chances that a third name could also be considered, or your sources are telling you that the race is now only between 2 people?
Well, that's right, Nikunj. There were a lot of candidates, in fact, being considered. There were the likes of Mr. Subramaniam, who took over recently. He's a young guy, 51. He's leading the infrastructure business. There's R. Shankar Raman, who's the newly appointed CFO. He's also just 52 years old. And these, as far as Mr. Raman's concerned, he has been in the company for a long time. He's worked under Mr. Devasthalli for a long time. So he's also been one of the young blood, young champions in the company. But it's just that Uppal brings in that experience, that extra edge which gives him is the age factor and the experience he brings on board. And when he came on board, Mr. Nayak has always been in favor of him, that he has that expertise to lead this complex company into the future. So that's giving him an edge. But Kotwal, let's not write him off yet. He's also one of the front runners. But clearly it seems like sources are telling us that it will be Uppal who will have the last laugh over here.